time for a pause. We see a bit of a retreat from Trump on tariff with the reciprocal tariff that we have seen earlier this month. But now with China, there is a bit of a backpedaling on tariff on electronic parts, now on automobile sectors. So this is something that the market gets used to, but a little bit of more optimism regarding that because we see that Trump is able to backpedal on his tariff war. Now, what is the impact on economies and on the market? On economies, well, we keep our view, even with this pause and a bit more positive environment, or less negative, let's say. Well, we still think that US economy should be at 1%, 1.1% this year. We're coming from more than 2.7% earlier in January for the US economy. So still a big shock for the US economy. Inflationary, this is a stagflation story. Huh? Inflation should be at 3.8% for the PCE in the US instead of 2.8%. So you see this shock is probably the biggest for the US economy. Now the shock is everywhere. Huh? We have seen the world trade now it should be negative for the first time since the COVID this year. So it's impacting all economies. So Europe is going to be impacted. Minus 0.3% to 0.7%. China, probably 4% next year. We keep that view. Now the market, we are changing our call for the ECB, not for the Fed. Trump is asking Jerome Powell to cut rates. So Jerome Powell has no choice but to wait and see a little bit more because otherwise its credibility will be a question. But the ECB is clearly changing its reaction function in a way. There are more concern about growth effect than inflationary effect. So we are going to see the ECB keep cutting rates, 2% in June, then 1.5% as a terminal rate. So we see that probably we are going to see more of the same. And when it comes to the dollar, despite this differential of rates, probably the dollar should continue to decline. We expect the euro to be at 121 at the end of this year. So this is a pause. But probably we will get more of the same and it will get worse before it gets better.